This Christmas, you are invited to help us with a radical experiment. We are going to try to create heaven on earth according to the instructions given by Jesus. Many of you probably have someone in your online friends who lives in an extremely poor country and has land and is willing to donate some time. So why not try a little experiment with that person and see if Jesus' words really work? The quick and short form is like this. That person will plant some seeds, get hundreds of times as many seeds back. From each harvest, he will take half those seeds and split them up and distribute them to about 100 more people in need. Each of those 100 people will do the same thing, resulting in as many as 10,000 people in the next harvest and possibly 1 million in the harvest after that. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could help 1 million people? Of course, I don't expect things to go quite that well, but we'll have some fun watching to see how well this works in the real world. Here's a theory of how this will work. I believe what keeps people poor is this. When we get money in our hands, we spend it. This is true even of the middle class. Imagine how difficult this is for the poor who have no luxuries and often no food. It takes money to make money, and since the poor have no money, the poor stay poor. To get rich, we must let the money grow, and this is very difficult for the poor. To fix this problem, we will use something a lot like a software patch for the money system, something that changes the way we make decisions with money. The way it works is very simple. Here is the short form of the story that Jesus told, which you can read in detail at worldpeacechurch.org or zacchaeuseconomics.com. Imagine you work for someone who is going away on a trip. He puts you in charge, leaving his money and business with you to look after. What this does is it puts you in full control of the money, but prevents you from wasting it. The money does not belong to you, and this changes the way you make decisions about the money. You will not spend it on what you want because it is not yours. It is really that simple. To end poverty, we change the way people make decisions. So here's what you need to do to participate in this experiment. First, you are going to give a little money to the World Peace Church, a transaction that will take place entirely in your mind. You simply decide the money belongs to the church and you are done. That is step 1. Here is step 2. With this person that you have found, you will appoint that person to manage that little bit of money that you have given the World Peace Church. If you are in a poor nation, you may wish to appoint yourself. The money no longer belongs to you, and it does not belong to that person either. It belongs to the church. For that person to manage the money, obviously, you will need to send it to his account. Be sure to have that person watch this video first and agree to the plan. That person now works for the church and is ruled by his own morality. He can steal the money from the church, but if he does so, he will stay poor. If he steals the money, then he has the money in his hands, and once we get money in our hands, it is gone. It can no longer help him. He must understand that it is in his best interest to follow the plan. The plan comes from the teachings of Jesus, and if you want God's help, you have to trust God's plan. If, however, he is an honest person, then he will work for the church and follow this simple plan that will end poverty and bring about world peace. Remember, it takes money to make money. It takes seeds to produce more seeds. And this simple plan will make sure that the resources needed to produce wealth in any form are always there. So that person becomes a worker for the church with the task of producing for the church, multiplying the resources of the church. This can be done by purchasing heirloom seeds. This means not hybrid or GMO seeds, but rather seeds that will produce seeds that can be planted next season. Growing those seeds will result in return on investment in the area of 100 to 1 in beans, 1,000 to 1 in corn, even as high as 30,000 to 1 in tomatoes is not unusual. A single kernel of corn can become 1,000 kernels in the next season. The following season can turn it into 1,000,000 kernels. The season after that can turn it into 1,000,000,000 kernels. And the season after that, it can become 1,000,000,000,000 kernels. All that is needed to feed the world is this simple change in the way we make decisions. A simple change in having it belong to the World Peace Church. This changes the way we make decisions with the money and resources. It will also change how we treat each other, because this will unite us and make us become one people who are all working and making decisions for the common good. So the crops and seeds that are harvested belong to the church and are under that person's management. From each harvest, 50% is to be used by that branch of the church to increase the yields and value per harvest. That person will have full control over that, and we will provide some instructions and advice to help ensure success. That portion will also provide for the needs of that person or group of people. The other 50% gets divided up into small quantities of seeds, similar in quantity to what that person started with. We will call this a starter pack. Each harvest could result in 100 of those starter packs. That person, as a church worker, now has the responsibility to find one person for each starter pack to manage it for the church. People who, like the original person, have land and are willing to give some time to the church. If he cannot find those people locally, we will help him find them globally. With each starter pack, the process repeats itself. Each of those 100 or so starter packs could possibly result in 100 more, for a total of 10,000 in the next season, and perhaps 1,000,000 in the following season. If even 10% of those people are honest and perform their duties, this could mean 10 times as many people removed from poverty per harvest. They might even get 2 or 3 harvests in a single season. With each starter pack, the first 1 or 2 harvests, we focus on the growth of the church, using that half of the harvest to bring in more members for the church. Later on, some of that half of the harvest is used on things needed for the common good, building infrastructure, fixing roads, education, shared equipment, and other things needed by the church members and people in need. The key to making this happen is that we dedicate ourselves to it. We must make this our religion. We must accept it as our duty to help others, to distribute the resources of the church to others and get them started in the church. Money is imaginary. It has no real value. You give it power through your belief in it, your faith in it. Without our collective faith in money, it would have no value whatsoever. This makes money a belief system or religion. The solution is a correction to this belief system, a new improved religion based on this simple truth, that our prosperity will come from working together as a team, from helping each other and caring about each other. This is love. To succeed, to end poverty, we must put our faith in love. God is love. So when we put our faith in love, we are putting our faith in God. You cannot just snap your fingers and have faith, but you can commit to giving it a try. You can agree to work at it for at least 2 or 3 years and see what happens. After that, you will see amazing results which will fuel your faith and make you a true believer. We must build this in our minds in order to build this in the real world. This means we need to believe in it. We need to have faith. We need to make that initial commitment to give love a try. God is love. So giving love a try is the same as giving God a try. Any idea that could possibly work, that could possibly make you rich, would require that you first believe in it enough to do the work. This is no different. You will need to believe in it enough to do the work, long enough for those amazing results to start happening. It may be difficult to see how finding 100 people or so to manage those starter packs is going to benefit you, but trust me, that is where the most amazing results will come from. That is what will benefit you most of all. That is the key to making this work. If you do not make the effort to find people to manage those starter packs, then those people's suffering is your fault, and you don't want that on your conscience. Heaven is not where you alone are rich, surrounded in poverty and suffering. Heaven is where everyone is happy and living in abundance. This is all about having faith in love. God is love. If you do not give your power to love, then God has no power to help you. Finding people to manage those starter packs is giving love some of your time and power. What we are trying to do is supercharge love so that love can help you. Think of this as bringing God into the world. Get excited, get really excited, and let's make this happen. I'm including 3 short video clips to help explain why the church is necessary. The first is from Jacques Fresco, founder of the Venus Project, because many of his followers may be watching. You may notice that what Jacques Fresco describes is just about identical to the World Peace Church. The only difference is that the World Peace Church is real truth. It is not something we package for them. It is sort of coincidental that it fits his description of what is needed so perfectly.
But I'm going to tell you what you have to do if you want to see the Venus Project come about. If you do nothing, nothing will happen. And this is what you have to do. There's millions of people that are very religious. You have to package a presentation for them. And that is that most of the churches have sold out to the money system throughout the world. And those Christians that really believe in setting up a world which is a brotherhood of humanity, you have to get them to join the new, don't call it a Christian movement, the new movement to carry out the teachings of all religions. But don't use any name, Catholicism or Mohammedan. Don't use any names. But you have to prepare a package for people to get them to form in the Zeitgeist movement for carrying out true religious teachings, not go to church and sing all day long. Do things. Jesus said, by their work you shall know them. So all they talk about has no meaning at all, especially when Americans say, God bless America. You know, who the hell are you to tell God who to bless?
For those who do not know, the World Peace Church is founded under the belief that God is love. So the founding principle is that we follow love. If it is not love, then it is not God, which we can use to verify that we are following God and not the devil. The devil is an expert deceiver who is easily and commonly mistaken for God. People of all religions and belief systems are welcome, and belief in God is not necessary. The second clip is from Peter Joseph, who created the Zeitgeist movement.
Religion, to me, has 2 sides. On one side, you have the dogma, the indoctrination. You have resurrections. You have all the fantasy notions that that exist in the literary books that are there. On the other side, there's a brilliant philosophical disposition. I happen to love a lot of the things that the Jesus character had stated. I see beautiful notions in almost every major religious figure. There are time-tested values that exist in religious thought that do need to be adhered to. Some of the most brilliant and beautiful people I've met are in fact Christians or Islamic or Hindus or Jewish. They know where to draw the line, where to stop at the fanaticism, because that's where religious danger goes to. Once you believe something dogmatically enough, where you say, Jesus existed, that's that, anyone who says otherwise is an enemy of mine.
This statement can be applied to the belief that religion is bad or that God does not exist.
Then you have some very serious neuroses to deal with. Whether Jesus existed or not doesn't mean anything. I think Jacques Fresco put it best on Larry King. When Larry King asked him, what do you think about Christianity? He said, I think it's great. When are they going to put it into practice?
Finally, a short clip from the Pope. Almost a perfect description of the World Peace Church. It has caused some to fear a one-world religion. The goal of the World Peace Church, however, is not to control what you believe, but rather to get all people and religions to accept that love must come first. God is love. Therefore, when we put love first, we are putting God first. There is no need for a ruling body for this. We need only for people and churches to accept this simple concept in their hearts and minds. Most of the planet's inhabitants declare themselves believers. This should lead to a dialogue among religions. We should not stop praying for it and collaborating with those who think differently. I have confidence in Buddha. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God, Allah. Many think differently, feel differently. Seeking God or meeting God in different ways. In this crowd, in this range of religions, there is only one certainty we have for all. We are all children of God. I believe in love. I believe in love. I believe in love. I believe in love. I hope you will spread my prayer requests this month. That sincere dialogue among men and women of different faiths may produce the fruits of peace and justice. I have confidence in your prayers. If you don't believe in God or Jesus, that's fine, but somehow someone 2,000 years ago gave us all the information needed to actually create a new form of society that will end poverty and bring about world peace. This is someone worthy of our respect. Remember, we must use only heirloom seeds. This means only seeds that will produce seeds that can be planted next season. No hybrids or GMO seeds. This is very important. Check out our website, worldpeacechurch.org, to find more information and updates on this project. That's worldpeacechurch.org, one word, no spaces. My name is Tony Bondis. Thank you for watching, and please spread the word so we can create heaven on earth.